Her name was Patricia, and Master took a liking to her. So Master treated her as one of his side pieces, took her up out the field and let her work in the house. Now for y'all young folk that don't know, you didn't get to work in the house unless you was of a real light skinned complexion. So he let her in the house and was like his personal assistant. And even though he was married and everything, she was his main side piece. He had many of them, but this was the number one. And she hated every second of it. The way he treated her, the way he did her, she hated it. But, she went along to get along. She kept telling herself that eventually she'd find a way to get up out of it, find a way to beat him and get past. He had her whole family sold away just to, mess with her, so make sure she didn't have anybody that would really help her. And she'd go out every night and look into the fire and think about what she wanted to do to him, what she wanted the pain she wanted him to feel. So she took a hot, rusty piece of metal and did that to her. Now she knew he wouldn't want her no more. He knew she'd no longer be, his prize piece of treasure toy that he used to play with whenever he feel like it. Now she spent the nights watching him, thinking about how she would strike. But he tried to be slick and sell her off, send her somewhere else. But she escaped, and she learned from dark magic. So she got to completely consumed with getting her revenge and making sure that they paid for her, not just the match, but his whole family, generations after generation paid for it. So the curse that she put on you, it makes you go out into a lonely place late at night, out in the middle of the field somewhere. And it's like she calling to you. And you coming closer, And when you get to her and see her appearance, it's like she seduce you. And she drive you to do stuff to yourself that's going to take you up out the game. Now, every time your family find, when they see what happened to you, they repeat it. And then when they hear about what happened, they repeat it. So the family is not cursed through just words of seeing and hearing about what happened. And it creates just generations and generations of folk getting themselves up out the game. So that's why when you go to her for help, you better make sure you know what you're doing, because whoever you going against, they out of there. It's over with forever.